Miami Dolphins fans. How are you today? And thank you for listening to the DolphinsTalk.com podcast on this Tuesday, May the 20th. I am your host, Mike Oliva, flying solo today, as we have a few things to talk about here in the world of the Miami Dolphins. We got some news on the Miami Dolphins search for more cornerbacks, and we're also going to talk about some NFL league rules that might get passed here in the next 24 to 48, 36 hours or so that could change the game some. Before we get to that, first off, anyone here watching on YouTube, pause for a second, smash the like button. Just smash the like button right now. Let's get it out of the way. If you're watching on YouTube, smash it. We really appreciate it. Also, let's give a shout out to the sponsor of today's show, Caneswear. Everyone go to the website, caneswear.com, for the best and most affordable Miami Dolphins apparel on the internet. Caneswear.com has it all. They got jerseys. They got T-shirts, polos, golf shirts, shorts, jackets, hats, windbreakers, anything with the Miami Dolphins logo on it for your home or something to wear. Caneswear.com is the place to go. Also, they have stuff for the Miami Hurricanes, the Florida Panthers, who are in the Stanley Cup Eastern Conference Finals right now. They have stuff for the Miami Heat, the Miami Marlins, and, of course, most of the college teams in South Florida, especially the Miami Hurricanes. They got the Miami Hurricanes covered. But they got some other teams who play college sports in Florida covered as well. Go to the website, caneswear.com. If you're in South Florida, stop by their store at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, Florida. Also, Dolphins Talk Extra, $3 a month. Patreon.com/Dolphins Talk. Here's what you get. Bonus podcast, some about the Dolphins, some not. Yesterday, I dropped a show about the top 10 sports movies of all time. I saw a list on social media that was atrocious, and it got me going. So I did an extra show for our Patreon members, giving the real top 10 sports movies of all time. We do shows about like that. We have shows, extra shows about the Miami Dolphins. We have interactive shows like this Friday night. We have a Dolphins Talk happy hour show where if you are an extra member who pays $3 a month, Josh, Aaron, myself, we're going to be on a show like this. You can join us on screen, talk to us, bring up any topic you want. We'll discuss. We'll spend a couple hours with all of our Dolphins Talk Extra members. We also have a private message board. We give away hats. We give away autographs. We give away stuff. Dolphins Talk Extra, patreon.com/Dolphins Talk. All right, let's get to the news. Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald reported on Tuesday that the Dolphins are in touch with two veteran cornerbacks, Asante Samuel Jr. and Rasul Douglas. Now, Rasul Douglas we knew about because he was in Miami a week or so back, and the Miami Dolphins made him a contract offer. He rejected it. Then he flew to Seattle, met with Seattle, but he did not sign with Seattle either. So he's still unsigned. So Miami still would like to get Rasul Douglas, and they're still in contact with him. Asante Samuel Jr. is intriguing on many, many levels. He's a former second-round pick in 2021 by the Chargers. He's from South Florida. That's where he was born. That's where he was raised. That's where he went to high school, Fort Lauderdale. He's a South Florida kid. He's played his entire career with the Chargers, playing 50 games, starting 47 of them. The problem here with Asante Samuel, why there's a lot of red flags, last season, 2024, he only played in 4 games. And then he was placed on IR with a shoulder injury. And there have been numerous reports that the shoulder injury he has is just going to get worse over time. Will he ever be back to the player he was prior to that injury? From some reports, from people that know, the answer is no. And also, just like less than 1 month ago in April, he had neck surgery as well. So it's not that Samuel, look, is he the best cornerback in the world? Not really, but it's just the injuries which scary to death. Now, Chris Greer is probably licking his chops here. I'm getting a great player who's always injured. Sign me up, because that's what Chris Greer does. But if you're a fan, Asante Samuel's not like an answer to their problems in the secondary, because how many games are you going to get from him? If this shoulder injury is something that will get worse over time, was he going to play a month and then get hurt? Will he even make it through training camp? And plus, why did he have to have surgery on his neck last month? There's a lot of red flags here. In the 4 games he played last year with the Chargers, his overall PFF score, for those who are into PFF, his overall PFF score was 59.3, and he had a coverage grade of 58.6. Both of those are not good, okay? So in the 4 games he played where he was quote-unquote healthy, he did not play well last season. But prior to last season, he didn't miss many games. So he's a guy who was out there week in, week out for the most part. He missed a game here, he missed a game there, but nothing that would sort of have you be nervous. But these last few injuries here, including a neck surgery last month for some unknown reason, yeah, that's scary. That's scary. So signing him, I don't know if that helps any. I think it's just adding. I mean, if he's healthy, which you can say that about a lot of Dolphins players, if they're healthy, yeah, great. But I don't know if he will be healthy, and I don't think he's going to be healthy this year for the most part. That's a big risk. But Miami is keeping in touch with him, and they're in contact with him, so they might just wait to see how he looks here in June or July at some point, and maybe make a move. I don't know. Rasul. I've sort of spoken about him a little bit here previously when there's been news trickling out about Rasul Douglas. He's going to be 31 years old in August. He's a third-round pick by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2017. He played for the Eagles. He played for the Panthers. He played for the Raiders. He played for the Texans. He played for the Cardinals. He played for the Packers. Played for the Bills. He's bounced around since 2017. He has a wealth of experience, clearly. He's played in 120 games. That's a lot. He started 80 of them. That's a good chunk of starts. Last season for the Bills, he played in 15 games. He started all of them. No interceptions, 58 tackles. 2023, he split time between the Packers and the Bills. In only 9 games with the Bills, he started 8. He had 4 interceptions. In 7 games with the Packers, he started all 7. He had only 1 interception. For his career, he has 19 interceptions. But again, he's been playing since 2017, and he's bounced around a lot. How much is left in the tank? Again, if you're into PFF numbers, Rasul Douglas last year, which is all I care about, what have you done for me lately with the Bills, had an overall grade of 59.2. Again, not great. He ranked 132 out of 222 corners. Again, just very average. It's not even average. And he had a coverage grade of 58.9, ranked 127 out of 222 corners. He played 891 total snaps, 493 were pass coverage snaps, and this is a number that just scares the holy hell out of you. His passer rating allowed was 123.7, and he allowed 40 receptions. Rasul Douglas, he ain't going to get hurt, but he is Eli Apple 2.0. Let's just call it what it is. If they sign Rasul Douglas, it's like, don't be that excited because you're just jumping for joy about Eli Apple signing him and saying he's going to start and we're going to be good. I know Anthony Weaver's good. We all like Anthony Weaver. Anthony Weaver ain't going to make Rasul Douglas a number 1 cornerback on a team. And that's what we're going to be asking him to do if we sign him. Same thing with Asante Samuel. If they sign them both, I mean, they probably should, honestly. Hope one of them is halfway decent, or hope between the 2 of them, you get one that's halfway decent, then you roll the dice on Storm Duck as your number 2 starting corner, maybe. Because I'm not going to roll the dice on Cam Smith. That experiment, in my opinion, is over. So you're looking at Storm as your number 2 corner, Kader Kohu in the nickel. I don't know. I mean, look, the options of guys who are out there to sign aren't great. Am I going to get upset or be mad that they're talking to these 2 veterans? No, because if they signed, Mike Hilton or Stephon Gilmore, it's like, whatever. I mean, these guys are all 6'1", half dozen the other. They all got a million red flags for something. So the other 2 that they're keeping in touch with, we'll see if they sign one or either. I kind of hope probably hope they're in touch with the safety too, because that safety room is obnoxious. It's pretty bad as well. But at least we know they're got their eye on a couple of veteran corners. Nothing will happen till June probably, because once the Ramsey trade happens, and yes, it's going to happen in June, the salary cap hit is far less. They'll have more salary cap space to play around with. Not that they really need it for either one of these guys. Neither one of these guys are going to get a big deal. Rasul Douglas, I have no problem for him turning down the offer in Miami, and odds are, I don't know, but taking a guess, he turned down an offer in Seattle. He's probably going to talk to as many teams you're going to talk to, and he's been around for a while. He might not want to even show up in training camp, so he might not sign to like mid-August. And like, I'm not going to be there weeks 1 and 2 of camp. I'll show up mid-August. I'll sign with a team then. He might be saying no to these deals, not over the money, just like I ain't signing today. You think I want to go through OTAs, mini camps, mandatory mini camps? No. So it might be a case of that too with Rasul. Like, August 10th, I'll sign with a team. It could be something like that. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see what they do, but they need to do something, and they probably need to do a few things because I don't think this is not a sign one person fix. As they often say, it takes a village. I think right now Miami needs to sign a village of players in the secondary. All right, before I get to the next topics, shout out to everyone listening at finheaven.com. Everyone go to finheaven.com, largest Miami Dolphins message board on the internet. Also, a shout out to our friends at the I Am a Miami Dolphins fan Facebook page, run by the great and talented Carlos Hernandez. If you're on Facebook, please be sure you are part of the I Am a Miami Dolphins fan Facebook page. And wherever you're listening to this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Audible, Podbean, Podchaser, or one of the other 200 or so platforms are on, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to the show. We're going to be here not every day, but pretty much every day with shows to hold you over through the slow part of the offseason, May, June, into July, until we get to training camp. So you're not going to want to miss a show. I'm working on some more interviews. I had Zach Thomas last week. If you missed it, check it out. It's awesome. I'm working on more interviews in the coming weeks. So we'll see what happens there. But make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Okay, NFL owner meetings taking place again this week, and they're voting on a couple possible rule changes here that are going to change the league, change the game if they pass. And I want to talk about the two biggies that are out there, which I'm sure probably most of you have been hearing about. Number one, let's talk about the tush push. Right now, it's going to go for a vote here. I'm not sure which day. I think on Wednesday maybe. And they're going to vote to either ban the play or let the play live as it is, and it will continue to be. Now, prior to me starting this podcast tonight of the recording of it, there's a report from Yahoo Sports senior NFL reporter Jory Epstein. She is at the NFL owners meeting, and she is hearing that the NFL Health and Safety Committee and the Competition Committee, as of tonight, are in favor of banning the play. Momentum is building to get the tush push out of the game, ban the play, no more tush push. That's what she's hearing right now, that the momentum is starting to build to get to rally the no votes to say, do we want the tush push in the game? No. And that's her reporting. And she's pretty good over at Yahoo Sports, senior NFL reporter, Jory Epstein. Here's my take. And here's the deal. Even if the vote wins and it stays in the league, the writing's now on the wall with this momentum starting to build that they're going to shoot this down. If not this year, then next year. If not next year, then the year after. There's no chance in 3 to 4 years that the tush push will be in the league. Like I just said, momentum is starting to build to ban it. People who were voting, I'm okay with it. Have the play stay. They're changing their votes. Now, will they have enough people change their votes to ban it? We're going to find out in the next few days. But even if it does survive by a sliver, passes by 1 or 2 votes, in a year or so, this play's going to be gone. With that said, here's my opinion. Ban the play now. I am 100% against the tush push. Ban the play. It's not a football play, period. This isn't rugby. Want to watch rugby? Watch rugby. This is the NFL, not rugby. And I'm not a person who is like, if you don't like the play, just stop it. No, because it's not football. A quarterback sneak, football play. A handoff, football play. Having 3 players ram their hand up the ass of their quarterback and shove him forward for a few yards, not a football play. And this isn't something that's anti-Philadelphia Eagles. I don't give 2 flying fucks about the Philadelphia Eagles, folks. This has nothing to do with the Eagles, my opinion. And it also has nothing to do with the Miami Dolphins not being able to run the play because our quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, can't take hits to the head. So the last thing we can ever do is shove him forward head first into a pile. So this has nothing to do with the Eagles. This has nothing to do with the Dolphins. This is my opinion. It's a boring play. Get the play out of the game. It's not a football play. And correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't the reason we moved the extra point back from the 3-yard line to the 23-yard line was because it was a boring automatic play that didn't matter. So we had to add something to it to spice it up. Well, guess what? Get rid of the tush push. Just get rid of the tush push. It's a boring play. Let's spice it up. Make him do a quarterback sneak the old-fashioned way or turn and hand off if you want to run up the middle the old-fashioned way. This play should just be banned. And if they're not going to ban it, then you cannot prevent the other side of the ball from pushing players into the line of scrimmage to stop it. It can't be just the offensive players shoving their quarterback hand up his ass forward to get a yard or two. You got to let the defensive players do the same thing. Take their middle linebacker, take their nose tackle, put your hand on his ass and shove him forward to try and stop it. You can't let one side push players and not let the other. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Let the defensive players push each other into the line too to try and stop it. It's only fair. And for a league that's so worried about concussions and injuries to the point they ruin special teams, ruin the kickoff, do not tell me this is a safe play. Do not tell me it is safe to have tight ends, wide receivers, running back, again, put their hands up the quarterback's ass and shove them forward head first into a pile of players. That is not a safe play. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. That's a bold-faced lie. This is not a safe play. Okay? There's a million reasons why this should be banned. I'm just laying out a couple of the big ones which make this a no-brainer in my book. And I really hope that they do ban this play. Because here's why. Fans spend big money on tickets. They spend a lot of money to fly into a town for a game, to get a hotel. Maybe you got to rent a car, and then you got to go to the stadium. You're spending a lot of money on food and beer and drinks. No one's spending big money to watch a goddamn tush push. Okay? No one. TV networks spend billions of dollars to air these games. They're not airing games where you want to see rugby plays like a tush push 5 to 10 times a game. Get rid of the goddamn play. Get rid of the tush push. Quarterback sneak, turn and hand it off. No more. We're going to shove our quarterback head first into a pile to get a yard or two. That's it. And no one's saying ban this because, nobody can stop the Eagles. It's not fair. No, it's a dumb play. It's not a football play. Want to watch rugby? Go watch rugby. This is the NFL. We don't do that here. And thankfully, it sounds like people are coming to their senses and they're going to ban this play. And that's what the momentum is. And even if it does survive, then I will promise you a year from now, around May 20th, 2026, I'll be doing another podcast here because I ain't going nowhere. And it's going to be, guess what? They finally banned it because momentum is going in that direction. Ban the tush push. Number one. Number two has even got my blood boiling even more. They want, I think it was the Lions who submitted this one, which is idiotic. Change the seating in the playoffs. It just makes no freaking sense to me. They want to do a deal where if you win your division, you don't get a home playoff game automatically. So, like, say last year, the Minnesota Vikings, I think, were 14-3, came in second place. They would have hosted a playoff game. They wouldn't have been on the road in round one of the playoff game, which, in theory, on paper, sounds great. Here's the problem. Then get rid of divisions. If winning your division gives you no advantage in the playoffs, just get rid of the divisions. Why does Miami have to play New England, the Bills, and the Jets twice a year, where if you win your division, you won't have a home game in the playoffs? You can't have it both ways. Let some other team play Josh Allen twice a year. Put the crappy Jacksonville Jaguars on our schedule twice a year, or Cleveland on our schedule twice a year. Why we got to play them twice? If winning the division doesn't matter, there's no reason for us to play them twice. It means nothing. And I know some of you right now are listening to me, probably yelling at your phone or yelling at your car radio saying, but Mike, if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. Again, that's bullshit. Because here's what's going to happen. You're telling me, if they pass this rule, that if a team wins 10 games as a wild card team, doesn't win their division, they miss the playoffs, and the team wins the AFC South with 9 wins, that they're going to here's what's going to happen. A year from now, they're going to change that rule too, saying we want the 7 top teams in the AFC and the 7 top teams in the NFC by record. Since we're seeding it by record, we should put the 7 teams in by record. Just do it all at once, okay? You can't have it both ways. It only makes sense. You either take the 7 best teams in the AFC, 7 best teams in the NFC, division champion or not, be damned, doesn't matter, or you keep it the way it is. And honestly, they should keep it the way it is. I understand that the NFL wants to tweak things and they want to be on top of things to make sure the league is being run right and it's fair to everybody, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But sometimes you go one step too far, and this is one step too far. If you want the best 7 teams in each conference in the playoffs, fine, get rid of divisions. And now as you go from 17 games to 18 games, here's your answer. Say you're the Miami Dolphins. You play every team in the AFC once. That gives you 16 games, and give you 2 crossover games from the NFC that change every year. So every other year, Miami will play home against the Bills, away against the Bills, home against the Bills, away against the Bills. You only play them once, though. And then, but guess what? Every year, you're getting Pat Mahomes, too. You're playing home against the Chiefs, away against the Chiefs, home, or vice versa, whatever. You get the point. You play every team in the AFC once. You get 2 crossover games, throw on 2 NFC teams each year, change it up, 1 home, 1 away. You got your 18 games at the end of the day. Or if you're still at 17 games, 1 NFC, that's it. Because if you're just taking the best 7 teams and you don't care about division champs, if that doesn't matter, if you get nothing, then why have divisions? And, after losing to a team like the Bills, here's something else too. So a team like the Bills last year clinched the AFC East pretty much the first week of November because the Jets were horrid. Miami, they didn't have a quarterback. And then you got a team like the Patriots were a mess. If you do it this way, by just getting rid of all the divisions, just going by straight record, you can't let them coast the final 2 months of the year because they're coasting going, look, maybe we're not the 1 seed, but we know we got a home playoff game no matter what in our back pocket. No, they got to play hard through the end because you're going straight by record at that point. So, there's that. But, look, you can't be half pregnant. Either keep things the way they are, or if you're going to seed by record, blow up the divisions. Those are your only 2 options. And I got to ask a question. Why the frick would an owner want to change this rule? Seriously, why would an owner be in favor of this? So if you're an owner, just pick an owner. Hand me an owner. Say the owner of the Chicago Bears. You win your division. You're guaranteed a home playoff game. You're going to get all the money from the ticket sales, all the money from the parking, all the money from concessions, no matter what. You have a 1 in 4 chance to win your division of getting that home playoff game and all that extra money. 1 in 4 chance. Why would you vote against that to the point where you win your division, you might not get a home playoff game? Say you win your division in a year at 9 wins, and now you're the 5 seed and you're on the road. You're getting no home playoff games. What owner would agree to that? It makes no sense. Now, the one perk you want from winning your division, beating your rivals, is you get a home playoff game. That's important. That's something to shoot for. It's something to aim for. You got to keep that in play. Otherwise, why have divisions? It don't matter. This makes no sense. Sometimes the league does some goofy stuff. And I think it was the Lions who proposed this. That's a goofy one to propose. Let me see here. Hold on. We got some breaking news here. As I record this. Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk, is reporting that it looks like the reseeding will not pass. Thank you, Mike Florio. Thank you, football gods. People are coming to their senses. You keep things the way they are. Win your division, you get a home playoff game. And if you're going to cry and whine like a little bitch that you don't get a home playoff game, too bad. I heard someone on social media goes, but what happens if you're in a division with Pat Mahomes? Yeah, beat Pat Mahomes. That's how you get a home playoff game. Sorry. This ain't the participation trophy era. Maybe it is for your little kids when they play T-ball. This is the NFL with millionaires. It's not a participation trophy league. Okay? You want a home playoff game, go out there and earn it and win your division. Oh, God, people want to change these rules. I'm glad. Mike Florio, thank you. That's the best news I got all night. As I wrap up, non-football thing, I want to say this, though, as I wrap up this show. Rest in peace, George Wendt, who played Norm on Cheers. That news crushed me today. Norm, Cheers, first off, I know you got to be of a certain age. It's been off the air now since what? Late 80s or the early 90s. I don't even know. It's been off the air for close to 30 years. And this is actually the day it went off the air, May 20th. I forget how many years. It went off the air May 20th. And it just happened to be the day where Norm from Cheers died, which is just ironic, I guess, to say the least. And it's one of those things. A great act. First off, Cheers is one of the legendary sitcoms of all time. I know in this age, we don't see a lot of sitcoms on the air. It's sort of been a thing in the past. There's still a couple, but there's not many. And the ones that are out there really aren't that great. But when sitcoms were a thing in the 70s and in the 80s, All in the Family, The Jeffersons, Good Times, the Cosby Show, although with his issues, Seinfeld, Cheers, Friends, that era of 70s, 80s, early 90s, where sitcoms were a thing. Frasier. There's so many good. Norm from Cheers is one of the legendary characters, not a lead character on the show, a secondary character, but one of the legendary secondary characters in sitcom television history. George Wendt, and also Saturday Night Live, one of the super fans, the Bears. That's George Wendt. And anytime someone says it's too early for a beer, say what Norm said. Float a cornflake in it. It's breakfast. So rest in peace, George Wendt, Norm of Cheers. That one, 76 years old. Sad to see him go. Just a great actor, and just wanted to give him a shout out here at the end of this show. All right, everyone. Like I said, patreon.com/DolphinsTalk, Dolphins Talk Extra, Friday night, happy hour, interactive show. Josh, Aaron, myself, sign up. You can join us live on the air. Have some fun with us. Also, check out the website, DolphinsTalk.com. We got a bunch of new articles up. We have a great staff of writers who are doing amazing work. The greatest staff of writers we've had in the history of this website. Check it out up there. Also, wherever you're listening to this podcast, subscribe. And if you see me put out a tweet of an article or a podcast on social media, do me a favor, share it and retweet it. It's much appreciated. And if I see the same person continually share and retweet our stuff, whether it's on Twitter or Blue Sky or Facebook, whatever, if I keep seeing the same handle, the same name, the same people continuously share our content, I'm going to reach out to you and I'm going to give you a prize. It might be a hat of the Dolphins. It might be a T-shirt of the Dolphins. It might be a autograph of a certain Miami Dolphins players. If you help me, I will help you, and I will do nice things if you help share our content on Twitter and stuff like that. Everyone, have a great Tuesday night. Have a great Wednesday if you're listening on Wednesday morning. We'll talk to you again after a while. And as always, folks, don't forget, we must put an end to highway profanity. Hey everyone, Mike here from DolphinsTalk.com. Real quick, I just want to give a thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, just want to say thank you for all the support you provide us here at DolphinsTalk.com and have over the many years. We thank you. It's much appreciated. Without you, there would be no us. I know there are so many other podcast options out there these days, whether it's true crime, the NBA, Major League Baseball, news, politics, and of course, other Miami Dolphins podcasts as well. We really do appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day, each and every day, to watch our stuff here at DolphinsTalk.com. Also, if you like this show and want more content from us, please be sure to sign up for Dolphins Talk Extra. Go to patreon.com/DolphinsTalk. We have a private message board where you can interact with only extra members and ourselves here, the staff at the website. We have extra podcasts about the Dolphins and also extra podcasts not about the Miami Dolphins. And we give away a ton of prizes. We have a ton of contests that are exclusive to Dolphins Talk Extra members. We give away autographs, memorabilia, jerseys, hats, all that fun stuff. So everyone, please be sure to go to patreon.com/DolphinsTalk. It's $3 a month. It's really cheap. You'll have a lot of fun. Trust me. But once again, thank you so much. Everyone, have a great day.